Hello, everybody. Thanks for your patience as we work through another interesting week at the American Rhythm Center. We lost our internet connection for 2 days, and several technicians later, and it's so interesting to watch them work when you don't really know what they're saying and come to completely different conclusions. And then this one says that, and this one says that. Anyway, finally, they worked it all out. It's working. Okay, so this is TAP 3 that was originally scheduled for June 17th. Actually, today it's Friday, June 19th, so happy Juneteenth Day. And we're still working on the waltz. I've got a couple of new warm-ups in 3, in the time signature of 3/4, and then a couple of add-on phrases to the waltz combination that we were already working on. So I'm going to let you know this class may go a little bit over an hour. And of course, as you all know, the link is good for it. Once it's recorded, the link will remain to be good. And you can go back and watch it and slow it down and replay it and all of that good stuff, okay? So first thing I want to do is just recap one of the exercises that we did 9 days ago, which was 6 notes. Well, let me do it, all right? So we started with a heel on the standing leg and then a toe. And a heel on the standing leg, and then a heel, and then a heel on a standing leg, and then a toe. And transfer the weight. This is 1, and 2, and 3. So right away, we're going to start to swing that rather than keeping it straight, as sort of a Latin or military feel. Dum, 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 dum. We're going to swing it heel touch, heel, heel, heel toe. 1, 2, 3. Now we need to reverse it, all right? So let's do it square first. The heel on the standing leg, the touch on the left leg, another heel, then a heel, then another heel, and a toe, with which you transfer your weight, all right? So that's square, 1, 2, 3, and 1, and 2, and 3. Swing this side. 1, 2, 3. Now this is going to go from side to side. And there won't be a pause in the doo-wops. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Good? All right, hang on 1 second. I actually have the air conditioning turned up so high in here. I always run a little hot, so I've got the AC on today. All right, so you'll do that 3 times, all right? Once traveling to the right, once traveling to the left, and once again traveling to the right. So let's do it 3 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. worked on that last week, so I'm going to press on with a new break. Last week we did paradiddle step, which sort of rounded out the phrase. This week we're going to take the exact same step that you just did and do it as a triplet without all of those spaces. Instead of do-wah, 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 it's going to be zoo-wah, zoo-wah, and do-bah. Now, so you will just in here, and you have to add one more heel on the standing leg. So this will become one and two and three. Actually, there's those last two heels. One is you drop the toe, and then you have the two heels. One and the two and the three. One, two, three, two, three, three, four and a two and a three. Let's try that. We'll start on our standing on our left leg. 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Again, well actually, you end up back on the left leg. So let's just roll that phrase 3 or 4 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. One more. Okay. Now you're going to do that phrase, the 3 swings and the 1 triplet twice through. And then we're going to cut the phrase in half and do 1 swing, 1 triplet. So when you get to the single, you'll have that. Swing once, triple once, swing once, triple once. Let's do that one more time. I need 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Okay, so 3 swing, 1 triplet, 3 swing, 1 triplet, 1 swing, 1 triplet, 1 swing, 1 triplet. Otherwise, the next 3, 3, 1, 1. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Now, for those of you who know me, you probably know that we take something else away and we just do the triplet. But now this means that you finally have to do the triplet on the other side. Okay, we've only had to do the triplet traveling to the left. We haven't had to do the triplet traveling to the right. So the triplet on this side, and this side is traveling to the right, and then you do the triplet traveling back to the left. 1 and a 2 and a 3, 1 and a 2 and a 3. Let's do it on both sides. 1, 2, 3, 2. So now you've got 3 swings, 1 swing, 1 swing, no swing, no swing, just the triplets. Let's do all of that, okay? We'll do it with music in just a second. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Good? Let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Now, the break. So we'll do 2 triplets in a row with a connecting dig. What? So you start another triplet to the right. With a touch or dig on the ball of the foot and another heel drop to connect to the other side. So you'll have 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. And it'll roll right through without any pause. Here we go. So, 3 triplets, 3 triplets. Oh, sorry. 3 swing, 3 swing, 1 swing, 1 swing, no swing, break. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Perfect, I bet. Okay, let's try that with a little piece of music here. One of my favorite waltzes, Emily. Make sure the volume isn't too high. 3, go. All right, cool. So press save, and we may use that at some time in the very near future. All right, so again, the great thing about these being pre-recorded now for this week is you can just hit stop, work it out, and then resume or rewind even. All right, so take your time. Now let's go on to a second little step that we actually are, you definitely are going to need to remember this one for today. All right. Depending on how many of these classes you've been in, we've done a variation on this once before. All right. Now, we're going to get out of the triple mode and actually go square for just a minute. And 1 and 2 and 3. Okay? So you have right. And we actually are not going to be in the waltz time signature for just a second. Well, let's get out of the waltz for just a minute. We're going to be in 4/4 time, okay, and doing eighth notes. Shaking it up just a little bit. So we'll have touch, heel, heel, spank, heel, step, heel. So, you do it twice. Touch, heel, heel, spank, heel, step, heel. Eighth note silent. Touch, heel, heel, spank, heel, step, heel. Eighth note silent. And then you do 2 in a row without any pause. Touch, heel, heel, spank, heel, step, heel. Touch, heel, heel, spank, heel, step, heel. And then a 4-note walking riff forward. So you have the 2 with the pause. And then you have just 1 touch, and then 2 crawls. So that little center section is touch, heel, heel, spank, heel, step, heel, spank, heel, step, heel. Oh, crazy. Go. Then walk it out. Yo. Let's put that together. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. one more time on the right, and then just go immediately into the left. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Again. How's that going? It's sort of a rhetorical question since nobody's actually here with me right now. Let's do that one more time. Touch, heel, heel, spank, heel, step, heel. Touch, heel, heel, spank, heel, step, heel. Touch, heel, heel, spank, heel, step, heel, spank, heel, step, heel, scuff, heel, heel, touch, or drop. Okay, here we go. Let's do that also to a little bit of music. Not in a waltz. This is in 4 now. Okay, so that was a preview of the half break and then the full break without any warning. Sorry about that. So we did the full phrase on the right, the full phrase on the left. We're going to be predictable and just cut that phrase in half. Press it down, pull up and down, pull up and down, you kick it out. Press it down, you pull it back, you pull it back, you kick it out. That's the half phrase, okay? Let's try the half phrase. 1, 2, 1 time and 2 times back. Okay. All right. So long, long, short, short. Let's try it. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. One more time. All right. So I'm adding these fun little arms only as cues, okay? Don't feel like you have to copy that. I certainly wouldn't probably do that exactly that way as a part of a dance, but I'm trying to give you some clues about weight goes down, weight goes up, weight goes forward, okay? So take it for what it's worth. Final break. Press it down, you pull it back. Starts the same, right? Press it down, you pull it back, you kick out front, and then 2 times. You press, pull, walk out, pull back, walk out. Press, pull, walk out, pull back, walk out. 2, 1, 2, ready, and. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4. So the row is 4 bars of 4. Let's try it once again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So either, I'm going to do the whole thing, and you can either listen to it or do it with me, okay? Long phrase, short, half phrase, final break. Right foot first. 1, ba do sound do wa, sa do sound do wa, da do sound get down get su wa. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Okay, the main thing I want you to get out of this, well, first of all, it's a great little exercise to practice, but I really want you to get those 4-note drawbacks. Because we're going to need that in just a minute as a triplet, okay? All right, let's do this one more time with music, and then we'll get back to our waltz combination. Here it comes. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. We ended on our right foot, so you could just reverse it. We're not going to reverse it today. Let's do it one more time on the right side, okay? Maybe twice, but at least once. Here it comes. Come on. You can hit pause. I can't, because if I hit pause, the whole recording stops. And there's no going back. Okay, so let's trying to decide whether to do a quick review of what we've done and then go on, or just teach the new stuff and go back to the beginning. I think we should do a quick review of the first two phrases, all right? And remember, we're back in waltz now. 1 and a 2 and a 3. 1 and a 2 and a 3. Walk it on out. Scuff, heel, heel, toes down. Now, after you've walked out, back flap, heel, scuff, fold. Shuffle, throw down. A 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 1, a 2, a 3. So we did that 2 times, and then we went on to the next phrase, which was a little waltz time step. Stomp, spin, heel, full lap, heel, stomp, spin, heel, full lap. Stomp, spin, heel, full lap, heel, stomp, spin, heel, full lap. So let's put those 2 phrases together from that. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Since this is a review, I'm going to press forward. I changed one little thing in the break. Scuff, big pause. We're going to do a double heel there. Last week we did a double toe. Later, we're actually going to do a double heel. Zu, za, zuba. Zu, a, zuba. After you do the double heel on the right, 1 heel on the left, 1 toe right, 1 toe left. And of course it swings. So that whole break phrase is scuff, spank, step, heel, 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 toe, toe. That is the first phrase, which we do twice. So take it from and do it twice through, okay? Let's do it with Emily also. It's a beautiful piece of music. It's a little bit lighter than the heavier swing jazz that we used last week. 1, 2, 3. entire second phrase without, once again, no warning. Just for those of you who were ready to go on, there it was. I hope you caught it. So I also made a small change in this phrase. You know, in the first phrase, I changed the break by doing 2 heels instead of 2 toes. Well, in this phrase, I also changed the break so that there's a little bit more breath, some empty spaces in it, rather than just that yeah, you get the idea. All right. So I'll show you where those new breaths are. But the first step is that Eddie Brown paraphrase: the step, heel, heel, step, heel, heel, step, ball change, heel, stamp. We do it twice, just like I just did. So let's try that again. This is a review from last week, so I want to just kind of show it again without necessarily spending too much time reviewing it. Let's try it again. Step, heel, heel, step, heel, heel, step, ball change, heel, stamp. Twice through. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Scuff, heel, back flap, heel, scuff, fold. And that's where the first breath takes place. Because last week, after the scuffle, we did a heel right away. Now we just take that heel out. Scuffle, shuffle. So. One, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Now, after the shuffle, there's no heel. There's just an eighth note triplet silence. 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and step, shuffle, step. So after you've done the shuffle on the left leg, there's an eighth note triplet silence, then you step and shuffle step. All right, otherwise known as step, shuffle, step. Step, shuffle, step. Buttock crosses. And then you drop the left heel, the right heel, the right toe, and the left toe. And that should put you back on the count of 1. Listen to this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. One more time. There you are. 4-note riff, spank. This is the 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Step, heel, heel. Step, heel, heel. So you have 1, 2, and 3. 1, step, heel, stamp. The whole break. Now, I meant also to tell you that you don't have to turn. The turn is not a requirement. There's a way to do that exact same step without turning. So when you do this step on the left foot, instead of crossing and turning, you can stay exactly where you are and just do a step, shuffle, step, in place, no turn. The heels and the toes will be the same, right, left, right, left. Step, shuffle, step, heel, heel, no toe. So it's the same step either way. So it's your choice as to whether or not you want to turn it or whether you want to just stay facing forward. I know a lot of you are probably in very small spaces and it gets a little precarious turning too much, all right? So the second phrase started with the Eddie Brown quotation. Step, heel, heel, step, heel, heel, step, ball change, heel, stamp. Second time, it's just the same around again. Scuff, heel, back flap, heel, scuff, fold, shuffle, step, shuffle, step, heel, heel, toe, toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, spank, step, heel, heel, step, heel, stamp. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. All right, so that's a review of the second phrase. Let's put the first phrase and the second phrase back together, and then we'll move on to the two new phrases for this week, okay? Here we go. From the top. One more time, try again. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. So that's the review. Let's go on. All right. Now, the second warm-up that we did today was that press it down and you pull it back, right? And now we're going to use that, but as a triplet. Relax, listen. Just let your ears do their thing by listening, and your eyes do their thing by watching, but let your body rest for just a second. While I remember the step. So we're going to have one of those press down, pull it backs. However, when we did it in the warm up, when we did the spank heel, it was a step heel. So we changed our weight. We ended up on that leg. This time it's going to be a spank heel, touch heel. So don't transfer your weight. And then drop the heel of the standing leg. Well, that was right and wrong. You press it, you pull it back, change. You press it, you pull it back, change. You press it, you don't change. All right? So check. Can we try that again? Heel touch, heel touch, heel touch, heel step, heel. Right there. 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Again. 1 more. Do that twice, one's on the right, one's on the left. You start it a 3rd time, and this is where you don't change your weight on the 3rd set. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. You walk it out, walk it again. You walk it out, walk it again. Can we try that together? 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. All right. One more time, and then we'll go on to the second half of that phrase. You press it down, pull it back, change. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Great. So you just drop the left toe on the count of 3. And then you have a pickup up before the scuff. Otherwise known as a 1. 1, 2, 3. Now, just walk it right out. So, when you walk out this time, it's actually a touch out. So instead of going heel drop, scuff, heel, dig, change your weight, when you drop that toe, you don't actually change your body weight. So you're still going to be standing on your left leg. Yeah, you never changed weight. I'll do it to the side. So sort of test the water with your right foot. And then you bring it back and change. You have shuffle, heel, step heel. Shuffle, heel, step heel. Let's put those 2 things together. Two bars. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And I added that scuffle at the end. It does belong there, but that gets us to the 1, which is resolution to the ear, which may make the phrase easier to remember. So let's resolve the phrase by crossing over to the scuffle at the very end. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. So here's what we have of the new material today. Let's put those two things together. You press it down, pull it back, change. You press it down, pull it back, change. You press it down, don't change your way, walk it out. 2, 3. I had put in an extra note there that now I know what to take out. One more time, and then we'll finish that roll. Okay? We'll press it down, pull it back, change. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. So that's going on. Scuffle, step heel, which is a paradiddle, but with a pause in the middle. That step heel begins another triplet roll, which is the same sequence. Scuffle, then shuffle, then step heel. So you have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. One end. Paradiddle lunge. And that's that whole phrase. Yes, so the only thing that's left at the end is watch it once. With me. Depress, pull, down. 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Let's run that phrase a couple of times with music and then tie it together with the first phrase, or the first 2 phrases, okay? This is the third. I wanted to get to a 4th phrase today, which we will try to do. Like I said, we're going to run over an hour today. You can rest if you want to come back later to finish the class. Just that phrase. I wonder if anybody caught my little white lie. I didn't mean to. So the first time on the left side, we're in this break, where we have 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3. There's a heel after the scuffle and after the shuffle. That's the first time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 3. Yeah, once again. Then the second time around, you have 1, 2, and 3. That's the same. But then when you do the shuffle, it's just a straight down, shuffle, step, heel. Before the parallel lunge. One more time. Sorry, I led you astray. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Okay, so I hope all of those notes are falling into place. Let's go back to the beginning. Remember the beginning? Yeah, and then the Eddie. And then the Eddie Brown close, and then this third phrase. So let's put those three together. Well, I hope you did better than I did. That was a big giant fail on my part. Sorry about that. Just take the last phrase one more time from 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. This is the moment. I'm going to do it hyper slow so you can go back and watch it, all right? once again, from the very, very top, okay? All three phrases. I really want to get started on this fourth phrase. You don't do the third phrase twice. You did the first phrase twice, you did the second phrase twice, but you only do the third phrase once, okay? Let's go to the end of the third phrase. There you are, okay? Throw down. The three-note slurp, it's a three-note flap. However you want to think about it, it's the toe, heel, toe, all in one motion. Left heel, right heel. Throw down, heel, heel, spank heel. Throw down, heel, heel, spank heel, throw down, heel, spank heel, from side to side you go 4 times through, but you'll actually only do it once on the right and once on the left. So let's do it 4 times for now. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. All right, now as I mentioned, you only do it twice, once right, once left, and then you're going to do what I like to often do, which is take the step, take away the pauses, and roll it. Take the step, take the rest out, and roll it. Listen to what happens. I'm just going to do the roll. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. What happens is you get through that step 3 times, ending on the count of 3. You 1 into 2 into 3 into 1 into 2 into 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. So. One, two, three, 2, 2, 3. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. So that's going to be a preview. Let's do what we just learned one more time. Throw down, heel, heel, spank, heel, throw down, heel, heel, spank, heel, then roll it through 3 times until the count of 3. And then there's one more time step that we're not going to do today. We'll save that for next week, okay? Let's do this last little phrase, and then we'll go all the way back to the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And that came after the break of the third phrase, which was the international symbol for from the top. Do the best you can. Be the best you can be. 2, 3. So for those of you, for the eager beavers amongst you, that finishes that fourth phrase, and you can go back and kind of pick that apart if you like. But let's just run. We're already pushing an hour and 15 minutes. So let's just run the first 3.5 phrases a couple times through and call it a Friday, because that's what it is. I had to think about that for a second. Here we go, from the top. 1, 2, 3. wait for them to get back to the top of the phrase. Here it comes. Here we go. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. All right. Sorry for that little musicus interruptus. One last time, and we really will call it a Friday. Okay. Here we go. From the top, very last time. 1, 2, 3. All right, there it is. It is, in my world, 4 p.m. on a Friday afternoon. So I'm going to sign out. Hope you all had a good time. Take your time with this. Have a little fun, practice it. And for those of you who are also signed up for the rudiments class that didn't happen on Thursday, I'll be filming that tomorrow and sending that out as well. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Peace. Happy Juneteenth Day, and see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.